everybody. Welcome again in the PHP Basic course, part 14. Today we will continue our work with the logical operators. I will show you some usage of AND and negation, as I promised before. So, let's go to our source code. And we have used the operator OR to check the empty of one of those variables. So if name is empty or age is empty, display please fill all the fields. In other case, we are sure that name is not empty and the age is not empty. So we display the name hello name and your age is, and display the value of age. And now we do some more conditional statements, and we will play a little bit with the age. So I give you an example of using the the AND operator. So if age is greater than, this is the operator of comparison, then 0, and the age is lower than 120, then we write brackets. In other case, we will display the information you must be joking. Save and check the results. So I will go back to the form. It's quite better. So give the name Tom and age 100. You must be joking. And if you give the age -1, you also have the info you must be joking. So we have used the logical operator AND to check if age is greater than 0 and the age is lower than 120. So this is the reasonable age of human being. So in other case, we display you must be joking, which means your value is out of range. Your value is out of range. You must be joking. Okay, so in this case, we are sure, in this place, we are sure that data is in reasonable range, so it is possibly true, and we could do more playing or more fun with the age. So if the age is, we know that it's greater than 0 and lower than 112. So if the age is greater than 70, we can display info you are pretty old. So if you give the 18, you are pretty old. If you give the 50, nothing more. So we use it simple conditional statement to check if age is greater than 70. What else? So we used OR, and another operator is negation. So it's mean not. This is the opposite of the given expression. And how to use it? If you have, let's see, the value that you want to check if this value is not passing the condition, is not the condition that you are expected, you can use the negation. So negation could be used in a few ways. First of it is to use it as not equal. So the operator equal looks like this, and not equal looks like this. And we use it, for example, to check if the age is not equal 18. You are not 18. And check the results. Sorry. Here, you are not 18, you are a 1. Okay, check 18. Your age is 18 and nothing more has displayed. So we use the negation of equal, which is not equal. You can also use a negation operator with whole conditions, whole Boolean condition. For example, how we use a Boolean is child, a Boolean variable. Let's go because we could assign logical values, a Boolean values, which is true or false, to the variables. And how to use it? For example, is child equal assign age lower than 18. So if you display the value of such a variable, you will get 1, which is the representation of true. But in mostly cases, you are using the Boolean variables to build clean and nice expressions. So we have built the logical variable called isChild and assigned to value age is lower than 18, which means in all cases when age is lower than 18, those variable will be true. In other cases, it will be false. So if you want to build a condition that means you are not a child, you can use it in the following way. You can use if is child and use the else command, and here is not child, and here do nothing. Which is very dirty and ugly. If you want to check if the condition is not true, which means it's false, you can use very simple constructions, which mean negation of the variable. And if not child, echo you are not a child. "19, you are not a child, but everything above 18 is you are not 18, but there is no information that you are not a child." So you can give this space or not. The negation not is child means you are not a child, so the value of is child, which is the Boolean variable, is false. The another way to check if child is false, you can also use these constructions, which means you are not a child. But I personally prefer using the negation operator, which is much more easy to understand and the code is cleaner. Okay, as you noticed, Logical operators give you a lot of possibility to creating conditions and conditional statements. And using the De Morgan laws, you can change the conditional from ends to or and using negation, etc. So everything depends on the programmer, how the programmer will play with the conditional statements, the conditional variables, which is the Boolean variables or logical variables. And sometimes it's useful and it's better to declare some variables holding logical values and use it to build complex logical statements instead of using very long logical statement and conditional expressions with lots of operators in one line. It's better to split the problem to lower parts and give the names of the logical variables, for example, is child, is adult, is old, etc., and then build some conditional expressions, some conditional statements using those variables. Thanks for watching and see you next lesson.